Beefy dog. Get down. Good girl. Good girl. Go ahead, Beefy dog. Go ahead. Go pee on it. You guys like my hat? Beefy dog, you peed on it. Good girl, good girl. We got a thumbs up. What's up? What's up? Oh, it's Squirrel Kelly. Hey, what's up? Squirrel Kelly's here. Are you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning? Beefy dog is yanking. Quit yanking on me, Beefy dog. Here, come on this way. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. You gotta stay with me. Squirrel Kelly said not feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Uh-oh. You're not gonna give up your squirrel status, are you? Jonah is here. What's up, Jonah? Did I watch What Happened to Rogan? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I was talking to him yesterday in his live stream. What do you mean? Did something happen to him last night? Squirrel Kelly said I woke up sick. Oh yeah, John Porky ended up being a troll. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't. I mean, I watch Rogan a lot, but I don't remember John Porky. I don't even know who that is. But yeah, I did hear about that. He was talking about that yesterday. Is there something new that happened since yesterday? Because I'm all caught up, if not. And we're not here to talk about Joe. We're not here to talk about John Porky and Rogan Marshall. We're definitely not here for that. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. Jonah, how old are you? Tia said, hey, worthy dude. Hey, Tia, dude. What's up? Beefy dog. Are you thirsty? You want some water? There's some water over here. Good girl, good girl. Tia said, I just started following Rogan a few days ago. I love Rogan. I love his channel. He's one of the first channels that I ever started like coming back to when I would scroll around. I would come back to him. Well, back then he just would do a lot of. Back then he mostly just did like acoustic guitar and singing, like bad Tom Waits cover songs, but like, and also completely wasted. He was completely wasted every time I clicked onto his channel. I mean, scrolled. Every time I scrolled to his channel, he would be completely blackout drunk playing guitar and singing poorly. And I was like, oh, I gotta keep watching this fella. He's one of my people. And yeah, the more I was like talking to him and stuff, the more I enjoy watching his show, because he's sort of like he stopped getting wasted drunk every day, and he used to just like eat weed gummies instead, and that's better. BV dog. BV dog. Hey, we got 2 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Are you Yeti? Said watching from a secure undisclosed location. Yo, welcome back, Yeti. Welcome back, Yeti. What's up? I gotta put the phone in my pocket for a second because I gotta follow the law. Pick up this dog shit. All right, give me a second. BV dog. You're a poop machine. Here's proof that I am a responsible pet owner. Yep. All right. Okay, beefy dog. Let's get her started. We've been online for 10 minutes. We haven't even really started yet. Are you Yeti? Said peace poop. What did everybody do last night? What you guys been up to? Hey, we got 3 thumbs up. Thank you. Yeti said just laying low, like a good Yeti. Yeah, good job. Beefy dog, you gotta walk with me, okay? If you're not walking with me, then you're walking against me. Yeti said I haven't drank since my last live stream when I karaoke the Humpty Dance. Classic song, by the way. If you're gonna do karaoke's, that's a great one. Beefy dog. Ooh, that's like I'm not gonna be able to pick that up. That's like water. Beefy dog, are you okay? No. You guys, I had to leave her at home last night for a few hours, and she chewed up some plastic. I had like a case of water bottles, you know, and she chewed up all the plastic on the outside of the case. And I was like, it was all shredded. I couldn't tell if she like just chewed it up or actually was eating the plastic. So I've been watching her closely, and I don't know. She just did a big poop, like a big watery poop. I'm a little scared. Okay, Beefy dog. Okay, good girl. So I left her with a big bowl of water and a big bowl of food, and she drank all of her water, but she did she tipped over the food bowl, and the food is all over the floor. She's smart. She's smart enough to know that the inside the bottles is water, you know. She sees me pick one out of the case, open it up, pour it into her water bowl. Like, she's smart enough to know that there's water in there. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe she was just thirsty. I don't know. I was worried that she was gonna like chew up something that wasn't mine. Because I'm like renting a room from this landlady, but there's furniture already in there. There's like a bed and end tables and stuff in the room already. And I was like worried that she was gonna chew up on something that's not mine, which she didn't. So that's good. Yeti said dogs will eat anything. Yeah, anything except for fucking dog food. Like, she acts like she doesn't have a giant bowl of food sitting at home at all times. She acts like I fucking starve her. Like, she'll just eat anything. Like grass, rocks, like whatever food you got in your hand. Like, she'll just eat anything. I've seen her eat dog poop before, not even her own. Dogs will eat anything, yeah. I had one time I made myself a sandwich and I put it back in the back room, but I left my I left my drink out in the kitchen. I was gone for like 10 seconds. I went to the kitchen to grab my drink and I came right back, and she had already eaten like the top piece of bread and a little bit of like mayonnaise and lettuce. Like, she ate the top half of my sandwich off. Oh, you guys, I was so mad at her. I was so mad. But when I adopted her, that was like the one thing that her mother told me she had, like, behavior wise, She was like, yeah, my dog is a really good dog, but you just can't leave food on the counter because she'll jump up and grab it, or any food that's like available. She'll just jump up and grab it. Um, and yeah, I had her for like a whole year, and she hadn't really tried to eat my food yet because I've been really careful. But then, yeah, I ran out to the kitchen to grab a drink. I was done for. Are you Yeti said, I'd be pissed too. Hey,
Very friendly.
she's very friendly. She loves meeting people. Good girl, good girl. One time she ate my little cupcake. It was like still in the plastic wrapper. That was a first, because I had I had always like made sure that food was like out of her reach. But if it was like still in the plastic wrapper, she wouldn't touch it. I could leave that right in front of her plate or her dog food bowl. I could leave like something wrapped up in plastic, like a little anything really, and she wouldn't touch it. But then there was one time I went outside to grab something, and then I came back in, and she had ate my cupcake that was in the wrapper, dude. And it was the last one. I was like, damn, I wanted that. And it was chocolate. So I was like worried about her too. But yeah, I had never seen that before, where she went after like some food that was still in the wrapper. Man, if you want to hear a story, one time I don't know if you know what the Wawa is, but it's basically like a souped up 7-Eleven, and you can order custom sandwiches there. Yeah, one time I had went to Wawa to buy breakfast, and that included a sandwich and a hash brown. Hey there. Um, in the wrapper. Now, one time I had gone out to buy some breakfast at the store, right? And then I went to a different store so I could buy my drink. And I left my food in the car for like a minute, and I came back out. This is like when I had first got her. I had only had her for like a month or so at this point. So I came back outside from the store. I had my drink. I was gonna eat my breakfast, and she was like shaking. She was shaking. She was shaking, you guys, like she was in an earthquake or something. She was like a vibrator. Mr. James said, "Hello, you're a famous buddy troll." All right. So yeah, I went in the store to buy my drink, to buy my breakfast, and I came out, and then we went to a different store so I could get a drink. And then I came out, and the dog was like shaking, and I looked around, and I was like, "Oh, my hash brown! She ate my goddamn hash brown!" And it was too late. It was already gone, you guys. It was too late. So I couldn't yell at her. Like, you can't yell at a dog after the fact, or they'll just be confused. Um, they'll just be confused and upset because they're getting yelled at and they don't know why. So it was like, because I didn't catch her in the act, and because she's so goddamn cute, I was like, I can't be mad at you. Um, and she seemed like kind of relieved. Like, she knew she did something wrong. She knew she did something wrong, right? And then it was like 6 or 7 hours later that I was having band practice, and I opened up the passenger door of my car, and the hash brown that she stole from me had like slipped down in between the door and the chair, and and I was like, oh, she didn't eat my hash brown, she just stole it. and she tried to eat it and she dropped it by accident. Oh, that was the other thing, because the hash brown is in like a little paper, like a little paper sleeve. Like, you know how you would get like at McDonald's or something, where the fries pop out the top. Like, it was like that. It was a little paper sleeve thing for the hash brown, and that was like ripped to shreds. And I was like, oh damn, she ate my hash brown. But she didn't. She just lost it. She lost my hash brown. And I found it like 6 or 7 hours later at band practice. Mr. James, what's up? You wanna explain yourself? Or are you just gonna come in here and say hello, you're a famous buddy troll, and then not say anything else? You're just gonna leave? Hey, we got 3 thumbs up. Beefy dog, you got 3 thumbs up. Good girl. So I think now would be a good time to give a shout out to some of my favorite live streamers on YouTube. Gravity Core Fitness, Learning English Pro, Miss Daisy May 35. May is spelled M-A-E. And last but not least, the Pity and Kitty Committee. You guys should go check them out. Check out those live streams that I just mentioned. They're just some of my favorites. Yeti said, "What instrument you play?" Drums. Drums is like my main instrument that I love and I'm the best at. But I also play piano and guitar and bass and a little bit of trumpet. But drums is my main instrument that I love. Like, I would consider myself a drummer above anything else. But I know how to play guitar and bass, and it's fun. I like playing guitar and bass. I love it, actually. I like playing piano. I love playing guitar and bass, but I can't live without the drums. It makes me feel like I'm going crazy if I haven't played the drums in a while. Yet he said I played trumpet for 1 semester in college. I actually have this condition to where if I was like a full-time trumpet player, I would have popped my lung probably by now. There's like this specific condition that I have where I'm not allowed to play like woodwinds or brass instruments because I could pop a lung. It's pretty scary. Glad I didn't find that out until I was in my 30s. Like, I'm really glad I didn't stick with trumpet. But honestly, one of my friends passed away, and he had a trumpet that was his, and so when he died, his sister kind of just like, his twin sister, she was in charge of all this stuff, and she just kind of let us have his trumpet, so we sort of like shared around. As weirdly as that may sound, like we all take turns on the trumpet, and she gave us his bass guitar too. We got his bass guitar and we got his trumpet. Yeti said, "Damn." Tia said, "Just made ramen in my coffee pot." What? Tia, are you drunk? Are you drunk already? I didn't know you could make ramen in a coffee pot. Do you have to grind up the noodles first? Just kidding. Yeti said, "Nice Tia." Oh, that reminds me. I got to switch from top messages to all messages. All right, we are now viewing all messages. I don't think I missed anything though. Yeah. Apparently, wait a minute. Tia said something that I missed. It was probably too hot and she dropped it because it was hot. Yes. Tia, I think you might be right about that. I'll tell you one thing. She didn't lose my hash brown on purpose. She wanted that hash brown. Sorry that I missed your message, Tia. I forgot that I don't have it set to all messages. Well, I do now. Tia said I just put the noodles in the pot with the powder, and I put the water in the back, and an empty filter. Got it. Sorry about that. I just had a quick. We're back though. Yeti said that comment was also missing for me until I said it to messages. Yeah, that's how it works, bro. I gotta have it set to all messages to see everything, and so does the audience. You gotta set it to all messages if you want to see anything. I wish I could just make it so it's automatically set for all messages. There might be a way to do it. I just don't know how. Look at this dog. She insists on putting her face in every single bush, like including these bushes with the thorns on it. Like she just doesn't give a fuck. I keep finding her with little cuts on her chin and her nose. And before I would just attribute that to the kitty cats because she would chase the kitty cats around the house and then inevitably she would back one of them into a corner and then the cats would scratch her up on the face or the front legs. Like she very easily could kill or hurt those kitties if she wanted to. She's 5 times their size, you know. She could very, very easily hurt those kitty cats. But she just wants to play. She just wants to play and have a fun time with the kitties. And yeah, they always cut her up. They always cut her up on the face and the legs. But we live with the kitty cats right now. And now she's getting cut up by nature. She keeps chasing all these thorn bushes out here. Tia says I have beef broth protein powder that I add to the bowl to make it more beefy. I'm going to crack an egg, add cheese and onions. Man, first time I ever saw somebody cook with ramen instead of just eating it as it is, my mind was blown. I was like it's like buying a hamburger from McDonald's and then you go home and put your own lettuce, tomato, and onions on it. Like it's like that. It's like, damn, like I didn't know you could do that. I thought you just buy it and then you make it how they say and then you eat it. But then I saw people are making full-on pasta dishes, or like Tia said, like put an egg on it or some onions or whatever. Like Yeti said, sounds like that could be good, Tia. Yeah, I just like never even thought about that. It's like getting a pizza delivered and then I put my own extra cheese on it. It's like why? Tia said Asian people put lots of different things on it. Yeah, I know. Now I know. I know that now, but like 10 years ago, I thought you just had to eat it as is, you know? And that's just like me being stupid and just not, or uncreative as well. Plus, I'm not really a food person, like a foodie. Like, I don't care. Like, when somebody makes me dinner and then they stare at me while I eat it and then they ask me if it's good or not, it's kind of awkward, honestly. Like, of course I'm going to say yes. But yeah. When people are like, oh, let's go try this new restaurant. It's like, they sell burgers and fries. Like, how good could it possibly be? Like in every other burger and fry restaurant. Vicky said, hi, stabworthy and beautiful beefy dog. Yeah, I'm not really a food person. I hate the cooking channel. I hate it. I hate the Cooking Channel only because I can't eat what they make. Like if they had some sort of, like replicator from Star Trek where they could like just make food out of chemicals or whatever, like I would do that. I would watch the Cooking Channel all fucking day. If the end of the episode I could like download the food and try it. You know what I'm saying? We are getting to that point eventually where they're just gonna be able to create food like out of nothing, like from Star Trek. Um, we are gonna get to that point, and that's like everything else. Everything else that humans really like, quote unquote, need is renewable, and like yeah, food is a renewable resource too, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get food out to places where there's no food, like desert or like a small town or a village, or especially like across the world in third world countries. Like you could make a cheeseburger in New York, but it's not going to be good 12 hours from now if you put it on a jet and take it to Afghanistan. That cheeseburger is not going to be good anymore. It's going to be cold and stuff. Like they are going to make a way. They're going to figure out a way where they can just make food out of nothing. Tia said they're not all the same. Yeti said be right back. Also, they're already working on it. Basically, it's like a cup that you could fill it up with dirty water, even like mud, like the dirtiest water. You could fill it up, and then the cup would like filter out the minerals and stuff, and then just leave you with some pure H2O at the bottom. We have the tech. Like 10, 15 years ago, everyone was upset and worried about us running out of water because they didn't have that invention yet where you could just put water, like any type of like stream or creek water, you could put it into this cup, and then it would filter out into pure H2O. There are ways to do that, but it's like a big machine. I'm talking about like a cup, like a single cup that I could carry around myself. But yeah, I know they do make like machines that you can take out camping with you, and it's like a bag. You put the water in the bag, and then you filter it out. Like, yeah, it takes a while too. That's why I was talking about like instant pure water. Once they have that figured out, it's over. It's over. We can stop worrying about all these people getting sick all the time from dirty water and stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blee 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 blee. You guys, if you don't talk to me, I'm gonna have to sing some more. What's that, beefy dog? What is that? It's nothing. All right, you peed on it. Good dog. Hey, we got 3 thumbs up. We got 1 beefy dog. We got 1 stabworthy. Does your band write songs, or do they just play music? Nah, we don't write any songs. We just improvise. We very, very, very rarely write songs. That's why I always say, like, we're not a real band. We're just a garage band. We just jam out and have fun. And we all switch up on instruments. Like, we don't have one person that plays bass on every song, or guitar on every song, or drums on every song. You know, we all switch up. And that's part of it. That's part of being in the band. You got to play more than one instrument. It's one of the rules. Unless you're a drummer. If you're a drummer, you're welcome over. Because people that are decent on the drums are really hard to find. So yeah, I'll allow it, and then I'll try to get that person to play piano or bass guitar or something that's like more simple. But if all you can do is drums, that's all right. You're invited. Still invited. So, how was everybody's night last night? And what are you getting into today, you guys? What's going on? I went to the Little Miss Junior pageant last night. My niece was entered in the competition, and she won a prize. Not first place or anything, but she won the Community Service Award, and she got like $50 and a little trophy. It's pretty cool. I'm real proud of her, because she was up there, you know, with lots of girls who had been doing pageants their whole lives, and it's her first one, and she got something. Beefy dog. Good girl. Tia said I took a nap listening to Rogan talk. He kind of looks like a cartoon character. Tia. Did you tell him that? I feel like if you told him that, he wouldn't be offended. He's a pretty fun guy. Like, he's got a good sense of humor for the most part, you know, unless you catch him when he's in a bad mood, obviously. And yeah, what was I saying? I don't like talking about people when they're not here, but I love Rogan. He's a good guy, and he's just like struggling a lot, and I've seen him when he's like at pretty much rock bottom, and inspired me to continue on. I was like, well, if this guy can do it in his 50s, like, I can keep going. Plus, he's a lot less depressive than he used to be. He used to be all like singing sad songs on the guitar and crying and being drunk and crying. And he's doing better now, which is nice. Tia said Hawk looks like a cartoon character too. Who's that? What do you mean? I'm not sure who you mean when you say Hawk. Maybe you look like a cartoon, Tia. You ever think about that? Tia said Hawk Podcasts, a political content creator. Yeah, I don't know who that is, man. Tia says, I'm a cute one. Well, lots of cartoons are cute. Tia, I have no idea what you look like. You know that, right? Like, all I see is like a person with like, it looks like shoulder length, dirty blonde hair. Like, it's really hard to tell. Your pictures are all really small. Everybody's little avatar is small. That's great. Did you ever feel like a raindrop or like a dewdrop or whatever fall on your and then look up and it's completely sunny but there's some birds flying overhead? You ever do that? Tia said my picture's right there. Yeah, but it's tiny. I can't see it. I used to work at this place on the boardwalk that was a mini golf place, and that would happen to me all the time where I would feel like a little drop and I'm like, oh, is it raining? And I look up and it's like completely sunny, but there's some birds flying overhead. I'm like, aww, aww. Hey, we got 4 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna try something. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. All right. This is beautiful southern New Jersey. We're in the park. This is my beautiful dog. Her name's Beefy Dog. I'm stabworthy. Thanks for being here, you guys. We're having a good time, you guys. Beefy dog, you're a good girl. Beefy dog, you gotta walk with me, Beefy dog. Thank you. Good girl, good girl. Beefy dog. Beefy dog, you walk with me. You don't walk ahead of me. You good girl, Beefy dog. You don't pull me around the park. I walk around the park and you come with me, okay? This is my walk. And you're just along for the walk because you're a behaving dog. Okay, Beefy dog? Okay, Beefy dog, okay? You misbehave, you don't get to come on the walk. Good girl, good girl. Beefy dog, we just had this talk, Beefy dog, okay? You walk in. Okay, you gonna stick your whole face in that bush? Okay. All right. You pee on that? Good girl, good girl, good girl. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hot dog. Good girl, good girl. Wow. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, let's get you some water, beefy dog. Come here, hot dog. Look, here's some water. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You gonna drink some more water? I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that world up above? Wandering free, wish I could be part of your world. Beefy dog. Hi, beefy dog. Good girl, good girl. If is anybody out there? Can you guys hear me? I'm not muted, am I? Is the quality bad? No, I haven't had any chats for like 10 or 15 minutes, and whenever that happens, I start to get like nervous. I'm like, oh my god, everyone hates me. Either my chat is frozen or everyone hates me, and then I reload the YouTube and there's no new chats. It didn't freeze. It's just that nobody wants to talk to me. But yeah, if anybody's in the chat room, can you put some emojis there in the chat room if you're here? How about some orange emojis? How about that, you guys? Except no carrots. But anything, and I mean, if you wanna drop the little fire emoji, that's cool too. That's a little cliche, but I'm going to allow it. Just no carrots, please. You're better than that. Uh-oh. Beefy dog, here. Here, come here. Come here. Now sit. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good girl. 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 They're not here to play with you. They're doing their own thing. They're not here to play with you. Okay? Okay, Evie. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. Now walk with me. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. Girl. Good girl. Tia said, who else is in here with me? Yeah, I would like to know that as well. Who else is in here with Tia? Hey, we got 5 thumbs. So there's must be somebody fresh in the room. Okay, what's up now? You're gonna wear yourself out? You're walking in circles, you know that, right? Some really cute dogs up the way. Yeah, who else is in here with Tia Fireball? Tia would like to know, and so we all would like to know. If you're in the chat room, let's get some orange emojis down there in the chat box. Anybody who's here, let's get some orange emojis down there in the chat box. Just no carrots, please, because I know you're better than that. No carrots, but everything else, let's get it. Let's get it, you guys. How's the quality, by the way? Is it any worse or better than usual? Is that the sun? Cool. Thank you, Tia. I would have said that's yellow. But I'm gonna allow it. There's nobody else dropping any emojis. So we're gonna have to take what we can get, right? Right, Beefy dog? I would prefer some orange emojis down in the chat. Please, not the fire emoji. That's too cliche. You can do better than that. Please, not the fire emoji, but definitely not the carrot emoji. At least Tia put the sun emoji instead of like the little circular fruit. Like, if you're gonna drop some orange circles down in the chat box, you might as well just not do anything at all. Tia says, I wrote orange in the search bar and the sun was one of the choices. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if you hadn't typed sun into the search, if you hadn't typed the word orange into the search bar, wouldn't you think that the sun is yellow and not orange? Or like, weren't you as surprised as I am to find out that that the sun was one of the choices? Yo, look at this giant tire. She could fit inside of it. Holy sh! Like, I could wrap her up and stick her inside the rubber. Dang, this seems dangerous. Step away, Beefy dog. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Speaking of carrots, I'm going to do a live stream with Miss Daisy May in a couple of weeks, and I have a Lego set that has a character in it called Carrot Man. So I'm saving that Lego set for when I'm with Miss Daisy May, because she likes to call me Carrot Man, or she likes to call me Spaghetti Man too. Spaghetti Man. I miss the days when Miss Daisy May 35 was not afraid to call me stabworthy, or just she used to just call me Stab with her accent too. Stab, hey Stab. I'm not really good at doing voices, but that's the best I'm gonna. It's the best I'm gonna get. Hey Stab. So instead of calling me just Stab, now she calls me just Worthy. It's better than being called Mr. YouTube or YT or something like that. There's a lot of people on YouTube who are afraid to call me Stabworthy, and they just call me YouTube, which is weird. But also, it makes me laugh, and also it makes me feel important when people they say YouTube and they're talking to me like, hey YouTube, thanks for coming in. Like, hey YouTube, thanks for the super like or whatever. Like, I know they're talking to me, but it just sounds like, it just makes me feel important. I don't know. Tia says I was going to post pics of myself in your community tab, but I hate all of them. Jeez. Ugh. Beefy dog. Get over here. Get over here. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Beefy dog. Good girl. Tia says I have a small nose, but my camera makes it look big. Beefy dog, you're my good girl. You're my good girl. Thank you. Thank you. You sit down. You sit. Good girl. Um, Tia. Tia, do you go to the Discord? Do you go to Discord, Tia? You can send me pictures on Discord. If you want to find me, my name is the same as it is on here. I I just started on Discord this past winter. I avoided it for so long because I thought that you had to pay for it, and also I thought that it was like an app that I had to download. But both of those things are not true. It's just a website. It's like any other website. I could just go to it, and I don't have to pay to sign up. Kind of like how YouTube is a website, but also you can download an app for it, or like how Facebook is just a website, but also you can download an app for it. Discord is like that too. If you don't want to download the app, you can just go to the website, which is what I do. Tia, are you on Facebook? I'm on Facebook too. I'm on Snapchat too, and I'm on. Where else? Where else can you find me? No, that might be just about it. Tia said my phone storage is full and my battery is swelling, and I've only got 32 giggle blah blahs. And sometimes my phone doesn't have enough room on it for my messages to work or for me to take a picture. I have everything deleted from it that is possible. Tia, I used to have that issue too. But then I realized that like every single picture I download, every single picture I take with the camera, every single video, because I do a lot of videos for my band. So every single video that I have, like all that stuff stays in storage, not necessarily in the phone. Excuse me, beefy dog. You behave. Sit. You can sit down too. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Princess. Okay, Tia. So yeah, even though you deleted everything off your actual phone, it's still in your storage. You have to go to like the cloud or whatever, or maybe I don't know if you're on Apple or Android or but that was a big problem for me when I was on Android. I was like I had all these pictures and videos of my band that were still in my storage, even though I deleted them off my cell phone. She says I even downloaded my Amazon app, my banking app, my OK Cupid app, and then I look at them through my Chrome browser. Oh, you deleted the apps? Go um, go to your well. Have you Googled this problem? Have you gone on Google and told them like, hey, my phone, I deleted all the pictures, but it's still full inside, whatever. Because Google probably the answer this question more succinctly than I can. I'm not really good with words. Um, but yeah, there is a way to get into your I want to say it's like the cloud or maybe like your Google storage because all your pictures are saved in your like Google file as well. So they're like double saved basically. Everything you download or every picture you take is saved twice. It's saved to the phone where you can access it, but then it's like also saved to Google and you have to delete it out of there. I've paid for extra cloud service, but they still keep telling me to delete shit. Tia says I deleted all the apps except for YouTube. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about your apps. I'm talking about how you have like multiple places where your stuff is stored up, and even though you delete all that shit out of your cell phone, it's still taking up space. That's your issue. All that stuff is still taking up space, even though you delete it out of your cell phone. I've disabled everything that I possibly can, and there's still a crap load of apps on there that I don't think I need. Tia, the other thing you can do is like create or even like an email. You could just email all those pictures and then you'll have them anytime you want to. Like you don't have to have them in your phone anymore. You could just email all those pictures. Even like you could email them to yourself, like a second email account, or email them to one of your kids or one of your friends or whatever, and they don't even have to open it. But just as long as you email those pictures to somebody, then they'll always be there in your email account. They'll always be there for you to look at them. And I do this. I upload to Facebook, and I just make a private folder so to where I'm the only one that's allowed to look at these pictures. And then yeah, I just keep adding into that private folder on Facebook if I want to delete stuff out of my cell phone. Every single time I go to my Google Photos app, it backs up my pictures and I can't do anything until it finishes scrolling around. Oh. Huh. I think you might have just answered the question. Every time you go to your Google Photos app, it backs up your pictures. Tia, I'm no computer whiz, but that sounds like that sounds like the answer to your question, doesn't it? If I stop it from backing up the pictures, then I can't search for any pictures. It acts like I don't have any pictures. I can't find anything. It's stupid. What do you mean when you say search for pictures? Like, do you type in the word dog and then all the pictures of your dog pop up because you've labeled all those pictures like hashtag dog? Is that what you're talking about? Like search for pictures? Or do you search, would you like type in your child's name and then all the pictures of your child would pop up? Is that what you're talking about? Based on keywords. Um, okay. Well, interesting. Instead of like like tagging every single picture that you make, wouldn't you just like make a separate folder? Google's photo app has a keyword search. Couldn't you just like make a folder? Like for example, I have a folder within my photos called dogs, and it's all my pictures of my dogs. I have a photo folder called Legos, and it's all like Lego memes and pictures of my Legos that I've taken and stuff like that. To sort of to separate all my pictures from each other into categories, so I don't really have to do the keyword search. What's over there? Beefy dog. You can't have that. You can't have it. They're on their own walk. They're doing stuff. They're not gonna play with us. Oh, hello. Hello. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. I have a whole buttload of folders, but if it's backing up the pictures, it's busy doing something and I can't even see my folders. It acts like I don't have any. Tia, I would bet money on it that you have like multiples of your pictures saved, because it's backing up and it's saving all these pictures somewhere else and also physically onto your phone. But see, your storage is actually like your online cloud and also your cell phone. It's everything that's in the cloud and everything that's like in your cell phone. Hold on. Also, I feel like you changed the subject. So I have a buttload of folders, but if it's backing up the pictures, then it's busy doing something, and I can't even see my folders. Why is it backing up your pictures every single time you look at your photos? Like think about what you're saying. It's backing it up every single time you open up your Photos app. That can't be good. Does it say anything else other than that the fact that it's backing up your pictures? Like, is it just the new ones? Is it just like, oh, you took these pictures within the last 3 days, but then this is the first time that you open up the Photos app, so now it's gonna back up the last 10 pictures that you've taken over the last 3 days? Like, is it like that, or just does it tell you that it's like backing up all your pictures? I feel like I've seen that message before. I've seen that message before where it says like it's backing up the new photos. Tell me what kind of phone you have too, because that's a big part of the picture. You don't have to tell me exactly what phone you have, but like you have a Samsung or Motorola or what do you got? Yeah, I don't think this conversation's going to be helpful anymore. I don't think there's anything else I could say. I'm really sorry that I'm not being more helpful. But yeah, I do think it sounds like your photos are being saved like multiple times. That's what it sounds like. Beefy dog. Beefy dog. Tia says it backs up all of the pictures and it's busy and it uses a lot of memory and I have trouble doing anything else on my phone. Yeah, you got to fix that. That's what you got to fix right away. Just the fact that it's backing up all your photos every single time you go. That's why you have no room, duh, right? You you got to Google it, man. All right. I'm not a cell phone whiz, but I do recognize the issue that you're having because I've had this issue before too. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is probably a stupid question, but have you tried like erasing like your browser history and all your cookies and everything like that too? Because that'll take up a lot of space. Wants me to upgrade my Google Photos app, which is really stupid because it does that every single week and it just takes up more space in my phone and it keeps saying I'm missing out on new features, which is stupid because all it is a goddamn fucking photos gallery. It doesn't do anything. It's not a game. Beefy dog. Hi, Beefy dog. Hi, Beefy dog. Tia said, I'm gonna go eat my ramen noodles. Do you guys have fun? Who guys? It's just me and you. It's just me and you, Tia. Beefy dog, what the hell are you doing? Oh, that little white dog is over there. Oh no, it's a different dog. Oh, cool. Looks like a beagle. Some kind of hound. Good girl. Good girl. You just relax. Good girl. Good girl. No, 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 no. No, no. Sit down. Good girl. Good girl. You sit. Hi, you got a really cute dog. Just relax. You're okay. Good girl. Good girl. No, 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 no. You sit. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, sad baby. Do you guys hear that sad baby in the parking lot? You good girl. You good girl. Good girl. Aw, poor little beefy dog. Poor little beefy dog wants to go make a friend. Poor little beefy dog wants to go make a friend. Hey everybody, I'm Stabworthy. This is Beefy Dog. We walked about a mile. Now we're just taking a little break in the shade. Just chilling. Been on for about an hour and a half. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna. Hey. Hey, guys. I'm Stabworthy, and this is Beefy Dog. We're at the park right now. We walked a mile. A little over a mile. Beefy Dog is taking a lie down. She's having a lay down in the shade by the picnic tables. What's up? What's up, chat room? We're still here. Who's watching? Here with us. Who is it? It says there's one person in the chat room. Nobody wants to talk about it though. We got 5 thumbs up. 5 thumbs. We got 5 thumbs, you guys. Oh my gosh. The Pity and Kitty Committee is here. I think so. It says there's 0 people in my chat room. Hi, if you're still here. Oh, now it says there's 1 person in my chat room. She said, yep. Okay, that stuffy that you got, that stuffed pillow, what color is it? The Pity and Kitty Committee said, hi, Beefy Dog. Hi, Worthy. Hi, TPKC. We missed you. We miss having you here. I stopped live streaming for like a couple of weeks because I was sick in the middle of summer. In the middle of summer, I got sick for like 3.5 weeks, and really put a dent on my summer. Honestly, still haven't been to the beach yet. I thought it was just like allergies, or maybe the bad air quality, because like, remember when Canada was on fire and it was fucking with our air quality here in the USA, like that long ago. I got sick that long ago, And so yeah, I thought it was just like the poor air quality and like maybe my allergies too. But then it was like a sore throat anytime I swallowed. So it was really not that bad. But I had like a low grade fever with it. And my neck was like swollen, you know what I mean? When it feels like. Um, and then after like a week and a half, it turned into a really like sharp, painful earache. And then a few days after that, my other ear started to hurt a little bit too. Um, and yeah, I had a double ear infection. It sucked. And I was down and out for a while. TPKC said it's purple. You told me that. It's a huge purple squishmallow. Oh my god, my nieces love squishmallows. They love squishmallows. I've been shopping for many a squishmallow in my day. It's a huge purple squishmallow with hearts on the cheeks, like Luna had a heart on her snout. Yeah, that sucks. Probably a combo of all of those. Yeah, maybe. The doctor said my ears, both of them were red. I had an ear infection. I had some like antibiotics and ear drops. That helped. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. We already walked a mile. I told you I was in the middle of my stream, but we're more towards the end. We're more towards the end. Nobody's here talking to me except for you anyway. And we already did a walk. We're just chilling. It's really good to see you. And thanks for keeping me updated because I do worry about you a lot. And then that one day when I didn't hear from you, I was just like, oh yeah, she's doing her thing. You know, she's like doing her thing and trying not to be on YouTube and stuff. Um, but like also in the back of my mind, I was like a little bit worried too, because I do worry about you. But I was like trying to squash that and like don't be worried. TPKC is doing her own thing, and it's like um, it's like trying to walk, but underwater, where I'm like everything is in slow motion. Kind of feels like that. Or like if I'm walking, but I had like bricks strapped to my shoes. She said, "I was worried about me too. Thank you for caring." Aww. Hold on, let me try something. Oh, I dropped my pocket. I did this for you. No, I dropped my pocket again. Oh. Yeah, that was a day. Getting on YouTube was really hard for a bit. Yeah, you said that to me that get on YouTube is hard because obviously because pictures of your dog keep popping up. It's been 1 week officially, the longest week of my life. Aww. Oh yeah, you like my pink shoelaces? Oh. Okay, so last night I went to uh it was it's like the little Miss Junior local pageant, and my niece she's 13. It's her first one. It's her first pageant, and she was competing against girls that had been doing it for years and years. And she won, not first place, but she won something. She got like a little, I think she got like a little trophy thing, and she got $50, I think, and she got the community service award. And so I didn't even think about the fact that they were going to do like third, second, first place. Like I thought it was just gonna be one winner, and then everybody else cries and goes home. But they were giving out a lot of prizes. I feel like pretty much everybody got something. Oh, I mean that's which is cute. So yeah, my niece got the community service award, and I don't really remember what was the criteria for that. Um, she sang a song on stage from she sang the Part of Your World from Little Mermaid, and that's really why I went. I went to go watch her sing a song. Music is in our blood. But I always try to support her in everything. She does like acting and singing, and she plays piano and also flute now, and she plays basketball and soccer. TPKC said, just keep moving through the motions 1 hour and day at a time. Beefy Dog looks content. She's sleepy. We walked over a mile. Oh, cute. Congrats to Nisi. Criteria equals participation. LOL. There's like 13 girls, and it felt like everybody got something, but probably not. But also, some of the girls got like multiple awards because of it. There was like a library award. There was like a specific there was a specific one where it was just them voting for each other, like which one was the coolest, I guess. I don't know which girl they liked the best. Um, uh, and there was, so yeah, also there's like fourth, third, and second place. Uh, uh, what else? There was a few awards. A lot of the other like secondary awards were only worth like $50 or a little trophy or something. But then once they got into the big ones, those girls were making real money. And then what was I gonna say? I felt like during the talent portion, I felt like kind of creepy because a lot of those girls like didn't have enough clothes on, and I had to like look down. I couldn't watch. Uh, um, and like my niece was like basically the only one who didn't show leg. She had a dress that went all the way to the floor, and she sang a song, and she did such a great job. And that's why Beefy Dog was left at home. Um, what else? Okay, so yeah, there was also a quote unquote like a formal wear competition, and she looked really grown up and lovely, and a lot of there was like a lot of girls in the audience cheering for her, which I thought was really nice. Um, like she had a bunch of friends in the audience like whooping it up. Also, every time every time they would say her name, um, right before it, they would say her number because each contestant was numbered, right? And that's why I said there was 13 of them. And so, by the way, they also said her name incorrectly. Her last name. They fudged her last name, which is not Sadworthy. She does not have the same last name as me because it's my sister's kid. She's got her father's last name, but they fudged it up every single time. But my niece was my niece was number two. And you know, I have a I have a child sense of humor. So number two, I couldn't have asked for anything better than for her to be contestant number two. And but then so yeah, since they fudged up her name, I started clapping as soon as they said number two. Because anytime they would announce the girls, they would say, okay, like contestant number nine, Oprah Winfrey, right? And then people would start clapping. But I would start hollering and clapping as soon as they said contestant number two. And I don't care. I don't care if that's embarrassing. For her or me, whoever. But I had to let my family know I was there because they all had their assigned seats and I stand in the back by myself because my bad back. I can't sit in the chair for fucking 2.5 hours. So yeah, I was in the back by myself, crying my eyes out every time she was on stage. TPKC said, I feel the same at those competitions. I have been to a couple dance ones, and I'm always appalled at how little clothing the girls are wearing, showing almost everything. It's disturbing. Yeah. I couldn't look. Like, I had to look down at my phone and pretend that I wasn't a creep. Because I was just a guy. I was just a guy in the back by myself with tattoos. With tattoos and piercings, looking like a fucking scumbag. Just by myself in the back. that probably also added to the creepy factor of like why I felt like such a creep. But it is creepy. And yeah, even the girls, like some of them had on, like the dance outfits where it's like basically just like it covers up the bathing suit area, or maybe like one arm. Sometimes they have the one arm that's covered up. TP Casey is laughing at me. She said, "Oh my gosh, too funny." Yeah. Even the girls that weren't like, dancing. A lot of them had dance as their talent. And like one of them was tap dancing, which was all right. Like, I don't know. I'm not really into like in dancing or interpretive dance or what. It's not, and they weren't doing backflips or anything. Cool. One of them had drumming for her talent, and she did the Wipeout song, which is mostly drums. And she did. She was good. Like, she actually was really good for like an 11-year-old or whatever. 14. Like, I think there's like I think it's like 11 to 16 or something like that. Yeah, that little girl was a good drummer. Like, not great, but good. And what else? There was one girl who did like a monologue. From that movie that takes place down here at the shore about the girl who got her arm bit off by a shark and then she kept on surfing. So this girl did a monologue from, I guess, the movie or the book, maybe. I don't know. But she was wearing short shorts. But the thing was, she was like in her bedroom with the surfboard. She had like some props and stuff. And yeah, my niece was the only one that covered up her legs in the talent portion, and I was like, that also made me kind of proud of her. And she was the only one with glasses. I'm like, oh, she's definitely not going to win. Yeah, I had to let me know. I had to let me family know I was there, man. I had to start hollering and screaming whenever they called up my niece. I had to. I had to let her know I was there too. I actually stood up in the when she was singing, um, and I had my like tennis ball, bright green hoodie on, so she could definitely knew it was me. And yeah, after the talent part of the competition, I was like, oh god, she's the only one that covered up her legs. She's wearing glasses, and she sang a song from Disney. Like she's definitely not gonna win. um, yeah. What else? I was about to say, the judges. Yeah, I thought the judges would like show themselves, but they didn't. I don't even know if they were there. Like all the judging seemed to happen like maybe they were backstage watching on screens or something. Yeah, I thought I would see the judges like sitting at a table or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? But the two girls that were like the hosts, they were like, um, they're both like former Miss New Jersey. That's like part of it is that you have to go around and host all the little like local competitions. Um, and then they do like they pick the winner from each town and then they put all them together and that's how they find Miss New Jersey, um, or Miss Junior Little Miss, whatever. Junior Little Miss Princess local town. And oh yeah, the hosts, they like they were like college age or after college maybe. Oh yeah, the one of them said that she was in med school, so she's still in college. But they seemed kind of like drunk, and they kept like they kept admitting how bad they were at this job, but also they were like they kept telling each other like, "Oh, you're so good at this," and then yeah, I feel like they were drunk. What's that, beefy dog? Oh, there's a dog up there. Hey, hey, come on. What a cute doggy. I don't think I've seen that one before. Beefy dog. They're not going to play with us. They have their own agenda. TPKC says, when I think of people who judge young girls' competitions, I think about Dump and Creepstein, and it creeps me out. Yeah, I was thinking about that too a little bit. Um, what else? No, I was about to say something else. Yeah, Dump and Creepstein. You sit down. Good girl. Yeah. Oh, sit down again. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, oh yeah. So part of being Miss Teen Princess local town. Part of it is that for the whole year they would have to like um, be there for events like the Christmas parade, the Halloween parade, the Thanksgiving parade too, probably stuff like that. And Oh dang! I did have a point. I did have a point to what I was saying. I can't remember though. Does Beefy dog have any dog friends that she likes playing with? Yes. Yes, she does, but not around here. My friends that live about an hour away. I don't know if you ever seen my moderators, BM Prince and Mr. Viper. Um, uh, they're like two of my best friends. They're married. They have a kid, uh, and they got two dogs, and they're her best friends. They're her best friends. One is named one is named Skywalker, and he's like the cool. He's like got the coolest name in the world, but they call him Sky. And I was like, dude, why you name your dog Skywalker and you don't call him Skywalker? You call him Sky. You give him the coolest name in the world, and you don't even say it. And the other one is named Dale. And he's named after Dale Earnhardt. But he had that name when they adopted him. He was like 3, I think. No, I think maybe less. I think he was like 2 years old when they adopted him. And he had the name Dale. And he was like, he came from like a punk house / crack house. Like, he used to live with a bunch of dirty punk rockers, and he was not taken care of very well. He was like, yeah, he was like 2 years old, and he was not really like trained at all, except for a bathroom. He didn't go to the bathroom in the house, but besides that, he had like a pretty bad attitude, quite honestly. Um, has she met Lisa's dogs yet? Nah, she hasn't. Hi, Beefy dog. Uh, who? Oh, Tia. Tia Fireball was in my room the other day, and she was all like, "Why are you reading it out loud? It's only the two of us in here talking. Like, why are you saying everything out loud?" And it's a habit at this point, but also it makes me feel less crazy. Like, I am like technically I am talking to myself. Like, there's no other voices here talking to me. But for anybody, it's also for anybody who goes back and listens to this later. It's not just me saying like yes, no, oh, good idea, oh, then what, oh, then what happened, oh, how did it taste? Like, makes no fucking sense. It makes more sense if I say what the other person said as well, what my chat room said. And yeah, it's just kind of a habit. It's what I do anytime anybody says anything in the chat room. I read it out loud. Uh, my buddy, my buddy and his family, they have a dog that's like pretty small. I think he's part Chihuahua, and maybe like Chihuahua and Corgi and Beagle mixed together. He's like just like a weird looking little dog, and um, they met one time and they were friendly. Um, she's friendly with other dogs, but like she doesn't really have any dog friends besides Dale and Skywalker. My buddy, my buddy has. He's got one of those pit bulls where it she has like a sort of like a small body but a giant head to make up for it. She's one of those type of dogs. And her name is Piggy, like Miss Piggy. And they met at the beach. And Piggy is a little bit standoffish. Beefy dog was always good with like meeting other dogs. But she got bit a couple times randomly, and so she's like Beefy dog herself is like more standoffish now, and because I think she's scared because she got bit a couple times in public when somebody told me that their dog was like perfectly nice and friendly and then bit her right on the face. And so yeah, Piggy and Beefy dog. Once we got them in the water, everything changed. Oh no, there's the second one that's like really wet. Look, it's dripping. I wonder if she ate something else in my room last night. Oh God. Oh, it's like too wet to even pick it up. I don't leave poops around, but when they're wet like that, what am I gonna do? Make sure she drinks lots of water. Oh yeah. Could even mix some water in with her food. Okay. Okay. Like her personality seems fine and normal. Do you remember last year I told you about that time that I went to like a Halloween party, and then when I came back, she had found like a whole bag of granola, like mixed it like just granola bits, not bars, but she found like a whole bag of granola and was sick for like 3 days and also had a bad attitude. And that was like a big bag of granola too, not even a small one. That was like a big bag that would have lasted me a couple of weeks. And I didn't even know I had it. I put it somewhere in my room and she found it. And there was like plastic all over the bed, and there was like granola all over the bed. But she definitely ate a lot of it. Granola makes her grumpy, not crunchy. That was the plastic was all ripped to shreds. The granola bar, the granola bag was plastic, and it was all ripped to shreds. And that was another time where I was watching her because she was sick. She was like throwing up and stuff for the next couple days. And yeah, I was looking in her poops to see if there was any plastic because it was like so ripped up to shreds that I couldn't tell if any of it was missing. And then, and then the first time was when I left the house for like a few hours. I left her home for the first time in my room, and she like chewed up my hamper, my dirty clothes hamper. She chewed up. It looks like somebody took a giant bite out of it, and there was pieces of it all over the room. But like I wasn't sure. It was so effed up. I couldn't tell if any of it was missing or not. I couldn't tell if she ate any of it, and I was like really scared. Is that a Martinsdale collar that gets tighter when she pulls? Um, it does get tighter if she pulls on it. And is Martindale's the brand? I don't know what Martindale means. It says pet safe. I thought I saw the brand name on here somewhere, but maybe not. Maybe pet safe is a brand name. How to use it that was shared with me. Sure. Basically, if she pulls too hard, I just stop walking, and then she comes back to me, and then we walk together again. But a lot of times, she's pulling on it, not enough to where she's pulling me, but she's like choking herself a little bit. And that's like, yeah, when she's like feeling especially enthusiastic. Um, she was never really on the leash before I adopted her, and I was told that's how I like make her walk with me. I just like, if she starts walking away from me, I just stop. I stop walking, and then until she comes back to me and figures it out that we only walk when we're together. All right, beefy dog, let's go now. Jerk it and stop walking. It's not supposed to have continual pull chokey. All right, so as soon as she starts to choking on herself, wait, jerk it and stop walking. Hold on, can you just tell me to jerk it again? I'm just kidding. Because I would do that, jerk it and stop walking, but that was only when she would start to pull me. If she was choking on her own collar, I just figured she would like be smart enough to stop doing that. Like, she knows that she's not supposed to pull me around. I know she does it anyway because she definitely has free will. People bother me when they say dogs don't have like free will. It's like, this dog knows how to behave and how not to behave. If she starts choking herself, you kind of just do a flick of the wrist and jerk it to tell her that she's pulling too hard, and then when she walks right, the leash loosens. Yeah, all right. All right, thank you. They have such a pain tolerance, they could collapse a trachea or choke themselves out before they know what they're doing. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Um, all right, yeah, because what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, a lot of the, like, she knows that she's not supposed to pull me around. Um, but yeah, sometimes she's like pulling hard enough to not pull me, but she's just like, if she would just take a step back and keep walking the same pace, she wouldn't be choking herself. So I just figured she would, like, you know, either one, like it didn't bother her, or two, like she'll figure it out eventually. But now you're telling me that pit bulls don't care. They can just they can just collapse their own trachea. I was also told to keep a short leash, and they don't walk in front of us, and they should walk beside us, and they don't get to pull us where we go or heel. Pit bulls will fight to the death before feeling pain and stopping. All right. This does make a lot of sense because, yeah, like I said, she knows that she's not supposed to pull me around, but she'll just like walk far enough up ahead that she's just hurting herself, you know? And she doesn't care. She don't give a damn. Luna was a huge puller. I consulted with trainers and tried all kinds of different leashes and collars. Um, lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, now I remember. If we're somewhere new, Beefy Dog will like stay by my side better, especially if it's like a city or like where there's like a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people around. Then she'll stay closer to my side and just walk with me. And also, we used to walk up and down my driveway, and she would walk like right next to me, and she was really good about it. But this, I was also gonna say, like, she's not like leading me. There's only one place to go. There's only one direction to go, straight on stay on the path. And she knows that that's what we do here. We just stay on the path. She does it because we let them. Keep her close to your side instead of letting her walk you. And when she pulls, jerk the leash and say heel. And get her back to your side. When she walks good, the leash is loose. And when she doesn't, she gets a jerk and a verbal command. And you stop walking. And eventually she will pick it up. Try not to keep the collar tight and choky. Her walking in front makes her think she's leading. And they're supposed to be on our side. The trainers told me. Yeah, I know that too. And also, you're right. I just I let her sniff everything while we're here. It's because I let her do it. Um, uh, it's a fine balance of letting the dog be a dog, but also training them to be a good walker. They can't pull if we have a short leash on the side of us. What else? Oh yeah, there's a difference between like going for a walk at my side and doing like a sniff walk where she's allowed to sniff everything. And supposedly that's like really good for their brains. I just thought I'd mention something. She is smart. She will pick it up and find that walking with the collar not tight around her neck is more fun. That's what I thought. I thought she would just like realize it eventually. And like, cause yeah, she knows that she's not supposed to pull on me. So she just pulls hard enough where she's like, and then so I just let her do it. I'm like, she'll figure it out eventually that we could walk the same exact pace but not hurt ourselves too if you just walk closer to me. So we used to do like up and down my driveway, and then yeah, I would keep her right next to me and she wasn't choking herself and she would just walk right next to me. Good girl, Beefy dog. Totally, yes, absolutely. I just remember them emphasizing to me the collar should not be held tight for long periods of time. It's a jerk command to tighten it once when they're pulling to tell them to stop. Fair enough. All right, Beefy dog, walk with me. I like to let her like sniff everything and pee a lot. I like to let her pee a lot while we're here. So that's tough if we're just like walking down the road. She got nowhere to pee because she's not going to pee on the sidewalk unless it's like really urgent. I've seen her do that only one time. Guide them on how to be. They don't guide us, unless, of course, it's a fun sniff walk. Don't let her continually pull. You can still walk in the direction she wants to go, but she can't pull you there. Yeah. No, she knows. That's what I'm saying. She knows how to behave. She just doesn't sometimes, and she's too strong. There's not really anything I can do about it. I mean, that's not true. I don't. Maybe it is true. My brother told me that his dog is part pit bull, and the instinct to like lunge at something is like his dog walks right by his side at all times, and his dog walks are purely for exercise. His dog shits in the backyard and pisses in the backyard, so he doesn't take his dog out to go to the bathroom. He takes his dog out to walk him strictly for that purpose. So he always walks right by his side. And then he said, like, unless it's like there's like a bird or a squirrel or something, and he said he worked with his dog for like 2 years on that, and he still will like lunge. And he also said that depending on what breed it is, sometimes you just like can't get rid of that instinct in them to go after like a bird or a squirrel or whatever. Pit bulls are so smart and kind of defiant. Yep. We show them that we're the alpha and that's all there is to it, and we show them this is what's tolerated and this is what's not tolerated. Beefy dog. Walk with me, beefy dog. Beefy dog. Walk with me. Good girl, beefy dog. Good girl. Yo, Dirty Chef, what's up, Stabworthy and Beefy and everyone? Dirty Chef, what's up? Yo, it's been a while, Dirty Chef. Dirty Chef, are you subscribed to the Pity and Kitty Committee? If you're not, leave now. Leave now and go sub. And then come back if you need to. I think it's more important that you go sub to the Pity Kitty Committee. How have you been, man? What's going on? TPKC said, hi, Dirty Chef. Cheer. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's a chef emoji. And, yeah, sometimes I like to say that's the hand clapping emoji. But a lot of people use it for prayer hands. Hey, beefy dog. Walk with me, beefy dog. Come on. Are you gonna pee on that? A lot of times I can just keep her right next to me, but then she'll like go off to the side when she has to go pee. So then I let her if she has to take a piss on something. But then sometimes she'll just go off to the side like just to play. Like she just like she's not gonna pee on anything. She just wants to sniff. And then I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I just not let her leave my side? I don't let her take a piss while we're on a walk? Like, what do I do? You know? You know what I mean? Like, and I can walk her in the grass too. But she doesn't, I mean, if all she has to pee on is grass, she'll do it. But if she sees like some leaves in the distance and she knows where we're going, she'll hold it. Because she would rather pee on some leaves than pee on the grass. So even if I walk her like in the grass and she sticks by my side, she still probably would go off into the leaves. Dirty Chef said, I'm so sore from yesterday. I worked 9 hours, 4 of which was taking apart a smoker and pressure washing all the racks. The racks! Dirty Chef said, hey, TPAKC. Oh, he threw a whole nother letter in there. Usually, yeah, no. Usually I just do TP and then a little and sign and then a KC. Dirty Chef gave you a whole nother letter, though. Beefy dog. It's over there. What is that? TPKC says, totally. I do get it. Sometimes I wish maybe I would have loosened up and just let Luna roam around, but I also felt such a responsibility to have a well-trained pit bull on a leash. Yeah. She also, like, usually when we get out of the car, she'll explode out of the car. You know what I mean? Like, with all of her energy, she'll jump out of the car. Like, and if she could, she would, like, jump out of the car and just keep running, like 100 miles. She would do it. But yeah, she always has, like, so much enthusiasm when we get to the place, you know, and we get out of the car, especially if it's like one of her favorite parks to be at. She has favorites, where she'll be like more excited just the fact that we're at the front gate, because she knows where we're at. And then what else? Oh yeah, but yeah, just like anywhere we go, especially if it's been a long car ride, she will like explode out of the car, and then she has that big explosive energy for the first 10 to 15 minutes. And that was like a really big hurdle for us to get over. It's like just the fact that like, oh, we're outside, like let's misbehave now. Like no. But I do know, like obviously, duh, she's gonna have more energy at the beginning of our walk than at the end of it. Dirty Chef says it looks more official with the extra letter. You think so? I think it looks more official, just TP, and then the and sign, and then a KC. I think that makes it look like A&W root beer or something like that. Or AT&T. Yo, does AT&T even exist anymore? They're all training moments. You taught her impulse control by making her be calm before you let her out the door. Yeah, that was part of it. That was part of getting over it. Is like she doesn't get out of the car until I tell her to get out. That was a big part of it. You're smart. You know a lot about dogs, huh? Yeah, that was that was a big hurdle for us to get over. Another one was her being like really jumpy, and like I called we were me and Mr. Viper. He called it hoppy. He's like, oh, she got the hops, and yeah, it was. And like, yeah, I don't need her like jumping up and putting paws on people as a greeting. But that was something. That was something that we worked on a lot. She has to be calm before she's let out. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because because like when we get to the park, even before we got out of the car, she knows that we're at her favorite place, and it makes her super excited. Also, if she sees that there's other dogs at the park, then she's super excited. So yeah, I don't let us even start until she's ready. Hours and hours and hours of research in an attempt to raise the best pit bull possible. Right. You know what helps though, like raising them up from a puppy. Like I had a dog with like 7 years of bad habits already. I have to break her of her bad habit of pulling on the leash. Well, she was never really on the leash. She used to have a big backyard. That's why she doesn't know what to do on the leash. When I adopt her, like she never was on the leash. Not never, but like pretty much never. I think they only put her on the leash if they had to like take her to the vet's office and shit. And then, dude, it was so funny. It was like a couple of weeks ago. She finally admitted it in the group chat. The person that used to own Beefy Dog comes in my group chat a lot. Her name is Deborah Dalton, and she finally admitted it. She was like, "Yeah, Beefy Dog was never really on the leash. I don't know if you could tell." I'm like, "Yeah, I can fucking tell." I could fucking tell like the first 2 days that I owned her. I was like, this dog does not understand the concept of the leash. She doesn't understand that she's going to get it wrapped around her legs. And like, she doesn't understand the fact that like we're attached to each other. She can't leave my side. Like, thank you, TBKC. Hey, guess what? Wordsmith is here. Wordsmith said, hey. TBKC said, it's fine to be excited, but she doesn't get out of the car until she can calm down her excitement. Wordsmith said, hey. He said, hey, Kay, hey, Worthy. What's up, Wordsmith? Nah, Beefy Dog. Nah, Beefy Dog, no. Walk with me. Wordsmith, what's going on, man? Beefy Dog. Come on, walk with me. Walk with me here. Yeah. No. No, walk with me, Beefy Dog. Oh, you want to sniff that trash can? Okay. Hey guys, do we have any plans for today? Hey Wordsmith, if you're still here, I got a question for you. If you're still here, I want to ask you something. Good girl, Beefy Dog. Says, I'm okay. I've been unhealthy. I spent the night in the ER, but I'm trying to distract myself and not think about it. Oh my God. I didn't even know you were sick, dude. What's wrong? That's not my question. My question is, are you a writer? Do you write books or poems or something? Um, or are you just like a guy that likes words? Why was you in the ER, Wordsmith? Yeah, why? See, look, everybody wants to know. Beefy Dog asked me why you're in the hospital, too. She was like, OMG, is Wordsmith okay? Okay, good girl, Beefy Dog. Used to rap, hence the name. Oh, nice, dude, nice. Nice, 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 nice. We're gonna get back to that in a little bit, but first you got to tell us why you're in the hospital and if you're okay and stuff. Wait, you're not in the hospital anymore, right? You were just in the ER. Okay. Wordsmith said I have some issues from a TBI from a car crash years ago. Dang, man, what's a TBI? Beefy Dog? You're all twisted up, man. Look, you did it again. You did it again, Beefy Dog. Wordsmith, I don't have the Google box handy. Can you tell me what a TBI is? Beefy Dog. Let me get that. Okay. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Come with me this way. Here. This way. Good girl, Beefy Dog. No. Traumatic brain injury. Ooh. Wordsmith said it's frustrating because every time I go to the ER thinking I'm about to die, and they do a bunch of tests and tell me I'm perfectly fine. Brain bleed from the car crash. Holy shit, dude. Well, I, for one, am glad that you survived. Wordsmith said I live with migraine and nerve issues. Wordsmith, I'm also fucked up from a car accident. Beefy Dog. Are you thirsty, Beefy Dog? Here, grab some. Oh, she's thirsty. Come on. Good girl, good girl. Yo, Wordsmith says I had a plastic surgeon sew up the left side of my face and I was diagnosed with chemical meningitis from a brain bleed. Holy shit, dude. Did you have some other, like, you said you live with migraines and nerve issues, but did you have any other injuries besides that head injury? Like, did you break any bones? Did you have your seatbelt on too? I want to know that. I got into a car accident and I had my seatbelt on, but the airbag like blew up and my hand was still on the steering wheel and it fucked up my whole wrist. My wrist got like jammed into my arm pretty much because of the airbag exploding with such force. And I have 9 screws and a metal plate in my wrist now. And I had my seatbelt on, and the seatbelt broke 5 of my ribs and my sternum. And I was reading up about a broken sternum, and they were saying it could take like up to 6 years to fully heal. I'm like, oh God, that's something to look forward to for the next 6 years. Tia said, hey, worthy dude. Hey, Tia, welcome back. Wordsmith said, anyway, what are y'all doing? How are you maintaining, Kay? Hey, beefy dog. Come on, walk with me. Stay with me, beefy dog. Good girl, beefy dog. Good girl. Wordsmith said, no broken bones, but hundreds of stitches. And my friend got 16 staples in his head and lost the tip of his elbow. Oh, shit. My friend who was in the car with me did not have a seatbelt on, and he broke like his hip. Or his upper thigh, I guess. Not his hip. He broke his upper thigh bone. But yeah, he cracked his head open, and he was like bleeding out the top of his head. And like he was unresponsive, and like I thought I had killed like my homie who I've been homies with since like 2009. But he's good. He's all good. He was back to work within like 4 months, I think. And meanwhile, I was like still going to physical therapy. I'm still fucked up. I still have pain in my wrist, and I can't. I'm not as mobile as I used to be. My wrist doesn't turn all the way, and tons of pain every single day. And it's dislocated like permanently. So I wear this bracelet so that my wrist is not dislocated permanently. The bracelet holds the bones in place, and yeah, that's fun. I could. My surgeon who fixed my wrist with the metal plate and 9 screws and everything, he told me later. He told me later. It was like a year later. He was talking about like a second surgery. And he was like, we could fix that. You could wear that bracelet for the rest of your life, or we could give you this surgery. And he said they would like cut the tip of the bone off and then like scooch it over and put it in place where it needs to go. And he also said it was only like a 50% chance that it would work. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. What's going on here? Wordsmith said, I know that fear. I woke up asking who was in the car with me, thinking I killed someone. It's a crazy feeling, huh? You're like the Terminator now, half metal. Hey, beefy dog. You know what to do. Hey, beefy dog. Oh yeah, so my buddy, he was choppered. He was choppered to Philadelphia, but I was still at the local branch of the hospital, and then they were all like, yeah, you broke your wrist, that's it. And then I was like, hey, can you check again? Because I really feel like I hurt my chest also. It was like my torso is like, it hurt. Like every time I talk, I feel like I'm gonna die. Um, so can you just check that x-ray again? And then they left and they looked at the x-rays again, and then they came back and then they were like, yeah, 5 broken ribs and the sternum. So, you know, if the hospital ever tells you you're not broken, shouldn't always trust them. Make them look again. In 2017, they told me my back wasn't broken, but they lied. It was, because I kept going back to the hospital, and I was like, "Hey, my back still hurts. Can you X-ray it again?" And then they're all like, "Yeah, so your back actually was broken 6 months ago, but it's all healed now." And I was like, "Hey, no, it isn't. That's why I came back to the hospital. My fucking back hurts." Oh, they also had to cut my sweatshirt and my t-shirt off of me. Oh, that was awful. It was like my favorite fucking t-shirt. I do still have the pants though. The shorts, I mean, that I was wearing. And there's like a blood stain on my crotch cuz well, my finger right there had got cut open a little bit, and then my hands were like, you know, in front of me, so there was like blood dripping onto my lap, and I jumped out of the car. I was like, holy shit, do my legs even work? Like, I'm bleeding out the crotch. Like, holy, do I have a dick? Do I still have my dick? Like, and I was like on such adrenaline that yeah, I jumped out of the car just to see if I could, basically. And then the person in the other car started yelling at me. And I was like, hey, my friend's fucking dying. Can you stop yelling at me, please? And then he woke up, right? And he was like, hey, what happened? And I said, hey, we crashed the car. I'm really sorry, man. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he puked up a bunch of clear stuff onto the street. And then he passed out again. And I was like, oh, man, that's really bad. Yeah, so we both went to the hospital, and we were both still in the hallway. We didn't have rooms yet. And I called his mom, or she called me, maybe. And I was like, yeah, I see your son. He's up there. He's talking to the doctor, so he's still awake, I guess. He's still alive, you know. That's good. He's alive. But then, like, he got choppered to Philadelphia, like, right away. And then, meanwhile, I stayed in the hospital for a few more hours. And then once, hey, beefy dog, come on with me. Once they realized I had all those broken bones, they were just like, yeah, we're not gonna deal with you. You have to go to Philadelphia, but in the back of an ambulance, a bumpy ambulance, with a broken sternum and a shattered wrist and 5 broken ribs. But also I had a giant bruise, like across my chest and then across my lap. I had the biggest, like, darkest purple bruise I've ever had in my whole life. It was crazy. That bruise was crazy, and it fucked up my pec muscle, like, still to this day. The accident was 3 years ago, and still to this day, my pec muscle is like messed up from the like smushing into the seatbelt, you know. Wordsmith said, I hate ambulance rides. I'm always thinking we're about to crash. I had a similar experience once after getting stabbed 12 times. I kept telling them my pinky hurt until the x-ray showed it was fractured. Hold that thought. The Pity and Kitty committee said, sorry guys, I had to take a phone call. Let me catch up on the chat. Wordsmith said that pecs take forever to heal. I don't think it's gonna heal. Beefy dog. Walk with me. Good girl, beefy dog. Stay with me here. Yeah, we're talking about car accidents. But wait a minute. No, now we're going to talk about the time Wordsmith got stabbed 12 times. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wordsmith. It's not funny. 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 But I really need to hear that story. He got stabbed 12 times and he had a broken pinky finger. Hi, beefy dog. Guys, look, it's a vending machine, but with books. Wordsmith said, I should be stabworthy. It is funny. Who stabbed you and where? In the hand? Not just in the hand. Like, where did you get stabbed, dude? That's crazy. That's a crazy story. I'm glad you're alive, Wordsmith, said TVKC. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm glad you survived the stabbing as well as the car accident. I came home after a long work shift, and two masked men came, one with a screwdriver and one with a knife, and I got stabbed in the chest, temple, neck, arms. Holy shit, dude. And then what? They just left you in your own house? They just left you for dead? Did they, and like what, stole your TV? Like, what the fuck, man? It's not, now that I've heard the story, it's not as funny. Holy shit. The Pity and Kitty Committee said, the days are getting a little easier. Less tears. That's really good to hear. And Wordsmith also said, okay, that's good to hear. Wordsmith said I was outside of the apartment building. I had to stick my thumb in my neck to stop the bleeding and walk to my apartment door and get my wife to call the medic. Oh, shit. I thought you were in your home when the masked man came. Okay, now I see. And then what? You just sit there with your thumb in your neck for 5 minutes and 10 minutes, wait for the ambulance to show up? Holy fucking shit, dude. I remember when the car crash happened, it was just like suddenly there was like dust everywhere. Like, the traffic light looked green, so I had like kept my foot on the gas. The traffic light was green, so I was gonna go through it, you know. But then like suddenly there was a car in front of me, and like dust was everywhere, and also my fingers were curled up like this because the tendon was like severed. The tendon that like lets me work my pinky finger and ring finger. You know, they're connected to each other, you guys. So yeah, both my fingers were like curled in like this, but I didn't realize it until like the physical therapist, like, or not the doctor, I mean, the doctor at the hospital told me I severed my tendon, and that's why my fingers are like curled in like that. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, they are. Like, I had so much going on, I was like not even thinking about the fact that like I couldn't really open my hand fully anymore either. Wordsmith said they pepper sprayed me and ran off when they heard my big pocket knife fall and hit the sidewalk. Ooh. So there was just like a big noise, like a bang, and that scared them. You think they would have picked up picked up your knife and started, you know, you'd think. I'm glad that didn't happen though. A couple nights in the hospital and I was good for the most part. I know how to defend myself, so most of my wounds were not bad, but a couple were. TBKC said, life is crazy. Okay, glad you guys made it through your traumas. Yeah, do you have any residual injuries, or are you all healed up? Oh, wait a minute. No, you said you have never mind, that's stupid. You have the traumatic brain injury. Duh. But from the knifing. Wait a minute. What'd you say about the knifing? Oh yeah. Broken pinky finger. She said, I wish I could chat longer, but I'm going to meet a friend for breakfast. I'll listen while I get ready to scoot out the door with Zena. Wordsmith said, okay, Kay, take care. He said, okay, Kay. Okay, Kay. Thank you, Wordsmith. Bye, guys. Bye, Worthy and Beefy Dog. Bye. Yeah, take care. We also want you to take care. We love you. Have fun at breakfast. Make sure you order what you want. Don't let them fuck up your order. You deserve to eat whatever you want. We're gonna end the live stream pretty soon. Oh, wow, it's been 3 hours. Also, my phone is running out of batteries. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I did say that like an hour and a half ago, but for real this time, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go home. Wordsmith said nothing long term from the stabbings, other than itchy scars, but the crash is what changed my health forever. Do you have like? Can you still drive? I don't know. I'm starting to get personal now, Wordsmith. I used to love driving, for real. Since I got my ever since I got my license, I love driving. I would just drive aimlessly just for fun, just because when I was a teenager, I didn't have GPS on my cell phone. I didn't even have internet on my phone. I didn't even have pictures on my phone back then. It was just a phone and texting, and I could play like Snake and some bullshit games. But since the car accident, I hate driving now. And I try to avoid it if I can. And I have a little bit of PTSD when I get behind the wheel, and also as a passenger. As a passenger, my anxiety is not as bad, but as a driver, my anxiety is still pretty bad driving. I don't enjoy it anymore. Wordsmith said, "Feel well, brother. I love your pit bull." Me? Thank you. He said, yeah, I look and function normal for the most part. My issues are nerves firing off and headache, migraines. And I don't like being a passenger with most folks, but I'm good driving. Huh. I remember being really mad that they cut off my favorite t-shirt and also my red hoodie, because I love that red hoodie. And they said they were going to cut it off of me at the hospital, and I was like, no, no, let me try and save my hoodie and then so I tried to like get my arm out of it and shit, and they're just like, nah, you can't. They had to cut it off, and then I was like, all right, well, at least let me try and get out of my own t-shirt. Let me try and save my t-shirt. And then so I tried, but I couldn't. And that was before they told me I had like broken ribs and a broken sternum. But I was just like, oh, I can barely move. Cut it off of me. Cut it off of me. I can barely move. Um, um, Wordsmith said, I've had clothes cut off of me a few times. I'm used to it. LOL, LOL. The clothes are blood soaked and cut up already, usually. Yeah, dude, I know. I wanted to keep my blood soaked clothes. That was part of it too, but also I do love I used to, my red hoodie. My red hoodie and my shirt that my mom brought me that shirt from South America as a souvenir. I can't just like buy it again on Amazon. It was a really cool, like, once in a lifetime shirt. And it fit me really good, and it was like, I'm tall. It was a long shirt, and I like a long shirt. And usually when I get a long shirt, it's also like huge, like I'm swimming in it. But that was like a shirt that actually fit me, but also it was long because, yeah, I'm tall. So, and yeah, that was like a gift from my madre. My madre from South America. I think it's been so long. I'm trying to remember what the shirt had on it. It had like a really cool design, but also the name of the place. I think Columbia. Um, Wordsmith said I was in a suit the night I got stabbed, and that was crazy to look at days later. Yeah, I bet. But like, okay, so they just they just stabbed you. They weren't trying to mug you or anything. Like they didn't say like, give us all your money or give me your wallet and your watch. Like, that's so crazy. I mean, I know it happens. People like random violence. It happens. But like, holy shit, dude. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my story about when my my when I got to the hospital. Wordsmith said I have some clothes from Colombia. um, so yeah, I had to take a bumpy like 40-minute ambulance ride to Philly to get to the good hospital because the Jersey bumfuck hospital. Um, they didn't know what to do with me. I had too many broken bones. And then when I got there, when I got to my room and stuff, when I got upstairs to my room, I saw my buddy was like across the way. He just came out of surgery. They did like some emergency surgery on him. He had a rod sticking out of his hip. Um, and then the doctor was like, yeah, so usually we're not allowed to give out like the medical records or like the personal business of patients, but like we know that you guys were in the same car together, and so they like basically like told me that my friend was gonna be fine, that he was gonna live. um and they said like he broke yada yada bones, but and he had a giant cut on the top of his head, but he didn't fuck up his skull or his brain. He just had a big cut, so that was lucky. And he was like, my buddy was waking up. And so I was like, Lemon, Lemon. That's his name, Lemon. And like we were separated by a curtain, but like he heard me. He was like, yeah, stabworthy. And I was like, are you okay? And he was just like, yeah, I'm tired. And then he stopped talking to me after that. Wordsmith said, I grew up in the projects and I worked private sector, so I'm a bit more of a target than the normal guy. I'm sure it was revenge or a hit attempt. What the fuck, dude? Revenge? Uh-oh, Wordsmith. Uh, Probably the less I know, the better. Lemon, you all right? I mean, you know. And then there was a few times when we were, like, after we both had gotten out of like the critical area, and we, like, he was recovering, and then I was there, but they didn't give me my own room yet. So yeah, that's why we were in the big kind of like open area. But we're just separated by curtains. But later, when I got moved to a different floor, he also was on the same floor as me, and I saw him like going up and down the halls. And then that was like another moment. I'd be like, Lemon, I see you in the hall. You all right? Be like, yeah, stabworthy. You all right? And I'm like, no, I can't get out of bed. Oh, revenge for locking them up. You work in the private sector. Like, you say that like you know what it like means, but like I don't know what it means. Like, private sector could mean anything. What are you, like security guard, or like a? How'd you get somebody locked up from the private sector? Are you a detective or something? I feel like any position that you have to get somebody locked up would be like public sector. Like, either you're a cop or a judge or a lawyer or something, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you're a lawyer, actually. It's a type of security work where you make a arrest for business conduct interrogations on their employees. Oh, wow. Okay. So I was on so many like drugs that I didn't poop the whole time I was in the hospital, but um, so that was nice because pooping did hurt for the first like 2 weeks. Pooping really hurt because you know, it was it was more than 2 weeks probably, honestly. Um, but like I didn't poop a lot because yeah, I was on a bunch of opiates. Um, so yeah, I would like just get out of bed just to walk to the toilet and piss in the toilet, and that's it for like 3 days. Um, and then I also would like get up and sort of like walk to the other side of the bed and then get back in it. Like, I took these really short walks while I was in the hospital for like 3 days, but like I could barely move. And like they didn't do anything for my broken ribs or my broken sternum. They didn't do anything for me. There's nothing you can really do for it. Just like, quote unquote, like, take it easy. Uh, um, I slept in a recliner chair for like 4 months, or probably maybe 6 months. And then every once in a while, I would like try sleeping in my bed, and then I would get like a really good night's sleep because I was flat, you know. But then getting out of bed in the morning was torture with broken ribs and a broken sternum. Like, I couldn't get out of bed, but it was like worth it. But yeah, other than that, I was sleeping in the recliner for like 6 months straight, and that sucked. And I had a big cast on my arm, and that was like I couldn't move my elbow either. My elbow was in the L position. That fucking sucks. I feel like still my elbow to this day is like hurting just from that. Like, uh, it's a whole thing, man. There was an incident where it was the day of my surgery, right? And my doctor had told me, like, I was like, because I already had my broken back from 2017, I was seeing like a pain doctor, right? And so he's the only doctor that's allowed to prescribe me pain meds, right? And then the surgeon had told me that he was going to prescribe me these pain meds, but according to the law, he's not allowed to. So I was talking to my pain doctor about that, and he was like, yeah, we're going to give you X amount, and then on surgery day, we're going to up the dose, because obviously we're going to be a ton of pain from surgery, right? But then he went on vacay, and then I didn't get my meds, and I was like, I told my mom had dropped me off at the surgery center, and she was supposed to like go to my doctor, because I was like trying to call them for the 3 days like up to the surgery. I was trying to call them like to make sure, because my script didn't come in yet. So I was like, Mom, you got to go there and talk to them about it, right? Because they're not answering my calls and shit. You got to go there and talk to them about it, right? And the lady who was the secretary there was like really mean to my mom. And she was like, she thought that, my mom was trying to like get my prescription filled so she could do my drugs or something. I don't know, but she was like being really accusatory to my mom. And then she ended up getting fired over it, because I called the insurance company, because I was like dealing with them, I was dealing with the insurance company over everything. And I was talking to them about it, and I was like, yeah, yada 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 yada. I got my surgery on this day. I got my drugs on this day, and then I was like, I sent my mom there to ask them if they could fill my script, but they were like really mean to her, and she was like, oh, do you want to file a report? And I was like, yeah, I think I do. I do want to file a report against that lady. She was like really unprofessional, and yeah, she got fired. I got a piece of paper. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So like I go back to the doctor once a month, my pain doctor, and I like stopped seeing her there, right? And it was like 2-3 months in a row that I didn't see her there. And then I heard them talking about, there's this new lady. They brought her down from one of the other offices to fill in, because yada 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 got fired. And I got a piece of paper in the mail that said like, hey, sorry about this, and this. Sorry about this, and this. This person no longer works for us. I was like, holy shit, I got that lady fired. And then I pinned it up on my wall, the letter that they sent me. Like, fuck that bitch. You don't be mean to my mom and get away with it. Like, my mom was doing me a favor, and then you're gonna be mean to her about it? Fuck you. Wordsmith said, narcotics make you constipated. Yep, they sure do. Rib injuries suck so bad. He said, I've broken a lot of ribs, but I've never had that many broken at the same time. And yeah, that was the worst. It's awful. He said, you're lucky to be alive, bro. Enjoy every moment and every one. Wordsmith said, it's awful how many people abuse pain medicine, making it difficult for the guys that really need it. And I hate how they treat you. Wow, that complaint works. Yeah, yeah. Because her name wasn't mentioned in the letter, but they did reference her. They're just talking about the lady, like something about like the report that I filed, you know. And then I pinned it up on my wall. I was kind of proud of myself. And but yeah, you're right. You're right about how they people abuse the system and they say they're in pain when they're not, and or they're addicted and their body is convincing them that they're in pain and that they need the meds. You know, a lot of time like I don't remember the statistics, but like a majority of the people that are addicted to pain medicine, like they started off because they were prescribed pain medicine. Like that's almost always how it goes. Plus, there was a time where they were giving out like Percocet and Oxycontins, like just to anybody. They were just giving that shit out to anybody who wanted it because the drug companies said that it was safe to do. Like you know that, right? Like Perc and Oxycontin, like the drug that killed a generation. Like doctors were doing that because they were told that it was safe to do. They said it was like not as addicting as it truthfully was, um, and not as dangerous as it truthfully was, and killed a generation, my generation. It's like we're like the Vietnam generation. Like everybody who's my age, like has a friend that at least one friend that died from drugs. Everybody, like everybody who knew somebody that went off the war and didn't come back. Like we all know somebody who went to the quote unquote the war, and probably we all know somebody who didn't come back from it. You know, well, there's no way to come back. You have to get sober, or you go to jail, or you die. That's the only way. That's the only way that story ends. Like you have to stop doing it, or you're gonna go to jail, number one, or you're gonna just fucking die, or maybe both. Maybe first jail and then you die, or maybe first jail and then you get sober. Like it is really fucked up. Wordsmith said Beefy's chilling. Yeah, a lot of people get hooked after an injury because doctors and the big pharmaceutical companies. I know they lot. I know I've lost a lot of friends due to ODs. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Wordsmith. I'm really truly sorry. I think one of the worst parts about having a friend that dies from drugs is that a lot of people are in. A lot of people are indifferent, or like sometimes worse. They say they blame the victim. They blame the victim of the overdose. They're like, oh well, should have been doing drugs, huh? Like I fucking hate that. How could you not have some compassion for somebody that lost a friend or a loved one? It's who cares how they died? Wordsmith said they come out of jail and take the same dose and they overdose, or they get clean, and then um, they take the same dose that they used to take, but it's too much. Dude, yeah, that's what happened to Brad from Sublime. Um, that also happened to my one of my best friends, Jimmy. Uh, Wordsmith, my phone's about to die. I want you to write this down or like type it in and then, or wait a minute. Don't go away though. Um, yeah, my buddy Jimmy he used to be in this band. Um, he was one of my best friends. He asked me to be one of his, he asked me to be in his wedding. He asked me if I would like be one of his groomsmen's. in his wedding, bro. Um, Wait a minute. Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go. Yo, do you have Spotify? You got Spotify, Wordsmith? No Comply is the name of the band, but there's a few bands there's a few bands with that name. So, um, all right. Well, you can go to YouTube, or wait a minute, Bandcamp is a website, and then you're gonna type in No Comply early years demo. The only thing I have is YouTube. All right. Bandcamp is a website, or you can also type that into YouTube, No Comply Early Years Demo, and you're going to find like 5 songs. That's the original. That's the original band. I think you'll dig it. Um, they put out or recorded. I mean, they recorded that demo. It's like 5 songs. It's called the Early Years Demos, and the bass player committed suicide. His name's Frankie. A lot of like on Bandcamp, I think it even says like featuring Frankie. He's their first bass player. He committed suicide, and then they they found a new bass player, and then the drummer he moved up to guitar. He plays, so there's 2 guitarists in the band now, but so they got a new drummer and a new bass player, and then they put out a second record that's called "Home Is Where the Herd Is." So if you find once you get to Bandcamp or YouTube and you find No Comply the early years demo, you'll see the second record also is there. It's like in 5 more songs, and it's called "Home Is Where the Herd Is," which is that one's like more of a punk rock vibe. The early years demo is more of like a beach town punk rock vibe. Whereas, yeah, the second album is more of like just like a regular street punk kind of vibe, kind of pop punk, street punk. But yeah, for a long time, No Comply was like the only band from Atlantic City that was worth caring about. And yeah, Jimmy passed away. He was clean for a while, and then yeah, he wanted to get high again, and he did, and he took too much, and he died. And he was like, you know, a young man, like 33, something like that. It's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. How many people from our generation are gone? We're gonna end it on that note. Wordsmith says, "I appreciate all types of music." Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about your rap career. We might have to save that until next time I see you, because I'm on 1% battery. Bye guys, love you guys.